What is Haki? In the world of One Piece, there is a mysterious power that can protect, predict, and conquer themselves and the others around them. Haki's literal meaning can have multiple meanings such as ambition, willpower, drive, spirit, vigor, and aspiration. In most cases of the word, a large majority of people opt for either ambition or willpower, and in this sense we'll be looking at it as such. Starting with armament Haki. This allows a user to use their Haki to form a protective coating. This can be used in a defensive way to protect the user from swords, bullets, and other damaging effects. This is commonly shown in the manga and anime as a dark purple to black coloring, showing when this is being used. However, armament Haki can also be used in an offensive way. This is best shown when Luffy is fighting Caesar Clown on Punk Hazard, and he is able to use his Haki to form the coating around his arm and use that to negate Caesar's Logia Devil Fruit. Most Logia Devil Fruit users are intangible, meaning that they are able to turn into their own element, and as such, if they are attacked, they are able to negate being damaged. Though when fighting an armament Haki user, their ability is in a sense nullified, and this is where most Logia users meet their end. As stated by Peckham's when Caribou tries to attack him, and he effortlessly dispatches him using a form of this Haki. With those abilities, this type of Haki can bring this a step further if the user develops and trains with this form. One such way is shown with Zoro, as he is able to coat not only his body but also his swords with Haki, meaning that Haki can flow out of oneself and be used in other ways such as Zoro uses for his swords. Recently in the story, armament Haki got an awesome revelation within the Wano arc. This form of armament Haki is called Ryu, with its literal meaning being flowering cherry blossoms. Ryu is used by using one's Haki to flow through themselves, producing an invisible coating in a defensive way, but also in an offensive way, with it being able to produce a shockwave of sorts, which is best shown when Luffy is learning this technique in Udon Prison, where he is using Ryu to flow from himself and used to damage the target from the inside out, providing a powerful power-up if mastered, and is shown to be quite effective in later chapters after. At this point in the story, Ryu is of course one of the most powerful forms of armament Haki, as this was what Luffy used to strike Kaido and somewhat damage him, where before nothing he could muster could even scratch the strongest creature alive. Next up is observation Haki. This gives the user the ability to sense the world around them, such as feeling someone's presence, strength, and the emotions of others. This has other names as well, such as in the Skypiea arc, it is known as mantra, which means mind rope. This is a nice way of putting it in a sense, because you are in a way tethered to the others around you. The most common way of this Haki being used is sensing the presence of others. This usage gives the ability to sense the auras of the others around them. This then gives the added benefit stated by Rayleigh to see people concealed and otherwise out of sight, and also sense people from further away. This is best showcased in the Skypiea arc with NL. By using mantra, he is able to keep track of people in Skypiea and count how many people remain, though this can be duped, such as when Luffy, Isa, Nami, Pierre, and the Sky Knight are trapped inside of the colossal snake. This is where the auras become distorted in a way, and as such, NL is only able to count one being instead of the 6, including the snake. Other abilities used with observation Haki is sensing the strength of others. This goes hand in hand with sensing auras, but it is more specific in that sense. Notably, Blackbeard stated that when he came across Luffy in Impel Down, that his Haki was stronger than when he met him in Jaya, showing that Luffy has gotten stronger since the last they met, even before Luffy strikes him. Emotion sensing could be considered another application of aura sensing, but this would refer to sensing the emotions of others around them. The most iconic for myself was the Battle of Marineford, where Kobe unlocked this ability under severe stress. This is when he could hear the auras and emotions of others, and at that point Kobe did not understand what was going on, which quickly overwhelmed him. Another instance was Isa in the Skypiea arc, where she had the same experience but with the battle against Enel, being able to hear the pain, fear and despair of the others around her. Amongst other things, you are able to sense the intent of others around you. This seems to be another common trait with this Haki and can refer to this ability in the Fishman Island arc, where Hordie Jones is attacking Luffy and is easily able to dodge every single attack coming at him. This is a powerful ability for sure, but can be taken a step further with advanced observation Haki, being best showcased with the Luffy vs Charlotte Katakuri fight. Katakuri is able to sense a glimpse into the future with this technique, giving Luffy a run for his money, as he was easily able to counter every attack Luffy could throw at him. Future Sight is one of the most powerful observation techniques, and only a few like Luffy and Katakuri have been shown to use it, but it is quite possible that the Yonko and Roger were able to use this ability too. Lastly, we have the all-powerful Conqueror's Haki. This form of Haki is the rarest of all the forms of Haki, where it is used to overwhelm the others around them, and also be used in a defensive and offensive capabilities. Conqueror's Haki, or the color of the Supreme King, is known for whomever is able to use it to have the qualities of a king, and as such, because of its rarity, it is considered quite dangerous, and it is noted that the Admirals, Yonko and Luffy, to name just a few, have this ability. The first application of this ability is best shown with Shanks, when he uses Haki to intimidate the Lord of the Coast, after the Lord of the Coast had taken his arm after saving Luffy from drowning. This can also be used further by, under extreme stress, Luffy exerted a blast of Conqueror's Haki at the Battle of Marine Ford, incapacitating the Marines around him, but it was more of an uncontrolled version. As we can see with the Fishman Island arc, that this ability can be tamed and used to incapacitate weaker opponents around them. Advanced techniques in the latest chapters of One Piece have shown that you are able to use Conqueror's Haki to provide a protective coating for yourself. This is what Kaido uses, and this is why he is so hard to damage, as this form of Haki can make him so durable to damage, though this can be combated by using your own Conqueror's Haki as an attack, much like with Armament Haki. The most impressive feat was when Zoro unintentionally used Conqueror's Haki with one of his most powerful techniques, Ashura, and was able to negate Kaido's Conqueror's coating, cutting him slightly. If two Conqueror's users clash with opposing Haki, the pressure from this makes it so the opponents are not even touching each other. The most notable time, of course, in recent chapters is where Kaido and Luffy clash, and the pressure is so great that it splits the sky in two, giving us a nice callback towards when Shanks and Whitebeard clashed before the Battle of Marineford, and also when Whitebeard and Roger clashed in the Addon flashback. There are multiple theories on the topic of Haki, but one most people talk about is the voice of all things being a form of Haki. It is noted that Roger, Luffy, Addon and Momonosuke have this ability, but as of yet we have only seen correlations between this ability and observation Haki, but not yet confirmed. The voice of all things is best shown in the Zou arc, where Momo and Luffy are able to hear Zunisha, but everyone else is not able to. The voice of all things can be used to read writings you do not know the language for, and also the ability to hear what others are saying even if you do not speak their own language. This is indeed a fascinating ability, but as I have already mentioned, a likely form of Haki but not yet confirmed, though I would not put it into the category of observation Haki, but more another branch of Conqueror's Haki. This is because we have seen Conquerors act like a powered up Armament Haki, but we have not yet seen it used in the sense of observation Haki, so I would lean on this as an advanced form of Conqueror's Haki, which I would believe is the most likely outcome. Along with it being such a rare ability, this could mean that only a few of the small amount of Conquerors users are able to unlock this ability. But I would like to know what your thoughts on this are, about the voice of all things. Is it Haki or is it something else entirely? Moving into the future, Haki's progression is going from strength to strength in recent chapters, and I would like to see more revelations as I get the hint it's going to meld with the Will of D in the story and the poneglyphs in the future. If I had to choose a form of Haki to start with, excluding Conquerors as it is so rare, I would opt for Armament as it is the most practical form of Haki for combat. But let me know what you think on Haki in the comments down below. Other than that, guys, have a wonderful rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.